A good ride, because sometimes we get to the point.
This board first.
Let's talk about this board
Let's
first.
talk about this board.
What board are we talking about?
We are talking about the Yes Greats.
And yes,
2019?
2019.
Oh my God, we've been doing this a long time, boys.
Getting old.
Remember the
Remember back in the day when we sucked more?
Paper Fun remembers.
Yeah.
Tell me about
The
this
Greats.
board.
This is our first taste of the Greats. We're hoping to do an extended review that you'll see here, comparing this new Greats with its new tech to my old Greats that I own, love, and ride a lot. So this year, the waist width got wider, as you can see. There's definitely a wider width. You can see with
very
medium
clearly see
bindings.
that.
Yes.
See it. Look,
And
Go to the tape.
look at it. Look at it.
and so it was definitely more 11, 10 and a half, 11 friendly for the 56.
My size.
But here's, yeah. Here's the biggest thing though. I was wondering about this, if they would ever do asymmetrical mid-bite, Asym mid-bite. And
Or
they
nibble.
did. So it's still the Asym Great, but they added the mid-bite that you see on the Jackpot, on the Standard, and on a few of their other boards, where it's a smaller mid-bite here and a longer mid-bite here on the toe side. So,
I had a smaller mid bite,
There-
but then I went to an orthodontist.
okay, ladies and gentlemen. What was I? Oh, same camrock, very buttery. I believe this flex is a little softer than what might be in the production model, but I'm not 100% on that. We all tried it with Adidas Tactical ADV and the Now Pilot bindings, and little hair, and it was a good combo. It buttered just like the Slashnik I have that year. It turned well, especially on mid to wider radius turns. The old Greats, I felt like when I went, like if I just wanted to make some real quick turns or kind of, maybe dart through some trees or something like that, I felt like the old Greats is a little faster. But for this being as wide as it is,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to turn as quickly, and I don't feel like it's just for guys with bigger boots. Like, I think I could ride the 56 or even better, the 54. Might be more fun for my size 9, although my weight is probably happier with the 56, but I might err on the side of fun turning. But switch, regular. I was really interested to see how this middle bike would work edge to edge. I was wondering if, being such a new board and such a new take on the side, an asymmetrical side cut, that this would maybe be a little funky, maybe be a little off. But no, I found it pretty good edge to edge, and it's a very, very different ride than the old Greats, even though it has so much of that, you know what I mean, that fun stoke, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a very new take on the Greats. So, Jimbo, what'd you think? You were riding, taking notes, and
I felt that it was, I really loved the way this thing would lock its edge in on the medium and longer radius turns, like for carby stuff. But also the pop out of the turn was really nice too. The rebound, the response out of the turns were really nice. Edge to edge, super darty and quick if I wanted it to be under my feet. Riding switch, regular.
and Jimbo's an 11, 11 and a half.
I'm a 10 and a half, 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And I did not boot out. Yeah.
Are you an 11 tacticals?
These are 11 tacticals. So they have a smaller footprint than in general other boots.
Yeah, and that's Jimbo's name.
And so I tried to boot out. I could have tried harder. Really, I could have tried harder to boot out, but I didn't. You know, and I could try harder.
No,
next time.
and it seemed like it would be hard for you to boot out either heel or toe side. Now, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Steven.
The Greats for the last few years has always been one of my favorite boards. If last year it was definitely my favorite board. And this one is definitely a lot different, but I still consider it one of my favorite boards that I've tried this year. The three boards that I've tried this year. I'm definitely picking this one at the top right now. Yeah, I mean, here's the other thing. You don't think maybe these now bindings were a little bit slower edge to edge, or you know?
Maybe, and that's what I want to get out and test with. You know? But I've ridden the other Greats with all kinds of bindings, especially unresponsive ones.
Yeah.
And it's still just, you know what I mean? It's almost like impervious.
Yeah.
To poor responsive bindings.
Yeah. No, it's such a fast.
So it makes less worthy bindings more worthy.
Yeah. But I still absolutely loved this board, even though it was a little wider for my small little feet. I had no problem locking into turns, and I felt very nice and damp, very, very comfortable. Something I love about Asym technology is when I'm just like bombing huge, long, arcing churns. I just feel so comfortable switching, go and switch, you know, thing rides like a dream. And, you know, a little softer than normal, which wasn't unappreciated, you know, but a little bit different. It's still great.
You know, in a world of directional carvers
this winter,
It was really nice to go out and ride Switch.
yeah,
and it's just fun to be on a twin.
Because we all know riding's a spectrum these days.
We'd like to go Spectrum, not go one way or the other. Thank you, brother.
The Greats.